Hi everybody. Today we're going to make art that is kind of like molas. Now molas are a traditional kind of art in Panama, which is right between Mexico and South America. Molas are usually fabric and are worn by the Kuna people of Panama. They usually have a lot of bright colors and intricate geometric shapes and line work. Today we're going to make something like these. We're going to make flower molas, but we're going to use construction paper. Now first I'm going to cut the stem for my flower. Now molas are a lot of bright colors, so I don't want you to worry about what colors you use. You don't need to use green for the stem or any special colors for anything in this project. I'm going to use orange for mine. And then I'm going to glue it on. Now I'm using art paste, which is a clear glue, but you could use any kind of glue you got or glue stick. Now I'm going to make the top of the flower. Now I am going to draw mine out first in pencil. I think that's a good way to do it. And I'm going to draw it pretty big because I'm going to have other shapes inside this shape when I'm done. After that, I'm going to cut out my flower shape and glue it to the top of the stem. Take your time, craftsmanship counts. Now I'm going to try to glue another shape inside my flower shape that's almost the same shape but just a little bit smaller. I'm doing this by tracing my negative shape, my hole, where I cut out the flower. I'm going to draw another flower that's just a tiny bit smaller inside this. I think that's a good way to do it. After that, I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to glue it right on top of my first flower shape. After that, I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to use the negative shape that I just made from my flower shape, and I'm going to use that to make an even smaller shape that will go inside my flower shape again. And then I can make an even smaller shape, and an even smaller shape, and an even smaller shape, as many times as I can. Now, let's put some leaves on it too. I'm going to do that the same way. I'm going to cut a big shape for my leaves at first, and then I'm going to glue it on. Now, after that, I'm going to make even smaller shapes, leaf shapes, in a different color, and I'm going to glue them in the middle. You can do this the same way by measuring with your negative shape you cut out, or you can just kind of eyeball it. I'm just kind of eyeballing this one. I can then make even smaller leaf shapes and put them inside those. Take your time with this, craftsmanship counts. Now, molas will also often have a lot of intricate line work going around their images, and we're going to do something like that, only we're going to use pastels. Using a bright colored pastel, I am going to slowly make lines going all the way around my flower. Be careful to get as close to the shapes as I can without touching them. This is going to take a lot of control, and it's a good thing to practice. After that, I'm going to switch colors, and I'm going to do it again, getting as close to that first line as I can without touching it, and being careful to go all the way around my flower. If you run out of room and have to go off the paper, that's fine. All you do is just pick up that line on the other side where that line would come back if the paper was larger. So lines can go right off the paper. That's no big deal. Switch colors and do it again, keeping your lines as close to that last line as you can. Use bright colors. And remember, it is okay to go right off the paper with it and then pick it up on the other side, like I'm doing with this leaf. Keep repeating this process until you have covered your entire paper. We're just picking bright colors, going all the way around our image, keeping the line as close to the last line without touching it as you can. Remember, it's okay to just go right off the paper if you need to, and then pick it up on the other side if you run out of room. And that's it. I hope you have fun making your mola, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye, everybody.